it's Helen from Journal with Purpose and welcome to my latest YouTube video. Today I'm going to be sharing a flip through of my bullet journal pages from September so far, along with my setup for October. I keep my bullet journal inside this personalised cover from Start Bay Notebooks, and the journal that I use is a dotted Rhodia Gold book. I've been in this book now, I think, since the beginning of July, and there should be enough pages in it to see me out now through the rest of the year. So this was my cover page for September, and in my bullet journal I tend to use a lot of the printables that I share over on Patreon. So this is my calendar for the month with all of the tasks, deadlines, appointments, Zoom calls, YouTube videos, all of those sorts of things in there. And these are the main tasks that I'm hoping to work on throughout the month, and then I'll do a social media review and then just a few lines about how my month has been. Behind that, I've got my master task list, which is everything I want to get done for Journal with Purpose, social media posts, HR work and things for me and around the home. This really helps to keep me organised, and I try and make sure I balance things across all of the areas, but I don't necessarily always get that right, and September's been a bit of a strange month, I think, for lots of reasons, so I have quite a few bits that I'm going to be taking over into October. And this is my gratitude log, and as I've mentioned before, I try and do at least one line every evening of things that I'm grateful for to help kind of reset and put me in a better mood. And I do this either just when I finish working for the day or at some point in the evening. And the washi tapes I'm using throughout are from London Gifties. And this is my habit tracker. And I just list on here things that are important to me. So I've got some key projects and I want to make sure that I'm spending as much time on those as possible rather than just getting caught up in busy work, things like replying to emails and doing general chores and things that need to get done. I've got key projects. I want to make sure as many days of the week I'm doing at least something on those, even if it's only 10 or 15 minutes. So healthy eating, water intake, exercise, so all sorts of things that are important to me, along here with just then a little tracker of when I've posted on different social media and Patreon, sent out newsletters and blog posts. And again, that's a really good picture at the end of the month on any gaps that I might need to address before I go into the next month. I've then got my Be Proud pages, and I tend to fill this out at the same time as my gratitude log, and these don't have to be big things at all, but just a reminder of the things that I did get done. So I've got like little things here like got all my shredding done, washed and changed the bedding, stayed calm in a frustrating day. So say these aren't big things often, it's just to remind myself at the end of the day, if I didn't get everything done, there's still some things there to be proud of myself for. And then my one line a day is a summary of things that have been going on, so not necessarily in my life specifically, but perhaps things that are happening in the wider world as well. Then I've got my YouTube tracker, blog tracker, and then my mood tracker, which is again part of my printables, and I just colour one of these in every day, again for that picture at the end of the month, just to give me a feel for how things have been. Then this is my Patreon plan, and I tend to put the content in pencil, and then once I've shared it I ink that in so that I've got a good feel for what I'm going to be sharing when throughout the month. And then after that we get into my weekly and daily setups. So my weekly layout is always the same. I've got my events here, so this is my days of the week, anything I've got coming up, or I make a note of things that I've done. So if I had Zoom calls, YouTube videos going out, Patreon release prompts, just again to help keep me on track. And then this is my top 3 things that I want to get done every day. Then that's the tasks I want to try and get done that week, anything I need to get done the next week, and a review then right at the end of the week of just how things have been. And this washi tape is again from London Gifties, but it's part of my product range with Christine, so these are the tapes that I've designed. And then I always use the same tape on the pages afterwards because these are the daily tasks that relate to this week, and it just helps me to find things. And then I add a little bit of decoration at the end of the week, and I just take as much space as I need every single day for the tasks that I'm hoping to work on. And then this layout stays the same throughout the whole rest of the month, with my weekly followed by my daily setup. And so this is the current week. And actually, because I'm out a lot this weekend, I've already set things up for next week. This is usually something I'll do at some point over the weekend, but I just wanted to get a little bit ahead. And then we get into my setup for October, again using my Patreon printables. I love the colours at this time of year, so I'm so happy. I can't wait to start diving into these pages. So again, exactly the same setup, but this is how it looks before the month begins. And then probably right on the very last day of September, I'll start filling out all the main tasks when I know how much I've been able to get done. And I'm loving this London Gifties washi tape. It's got gold foiling in it. It looks really pretty. And for me, having pages that I find attractive really helps to encourage me to keep using my journal and coming back and filling up the pages. I keep the setup quite simple, so it doesn't have to take ages to do. But just having things in there with splashes of colour and decoration, so it really, really helps me and makes me want to fill those pages out. I am going to be making some changes to my setup and planning for next year, I think. And as soon as I've got my head around what that's going to look like, I'll definitely share it here too. Well, I really hope you've enjoyed seeing all of those pages. As always, I want to say a massive thank you to everybody who's joined me over on Patreon. Thank you ever so much for watching. I hope you're doing really well, and I look forward to speaking with you really soon in my next video.